My partner cheated on me with someone that we were planning on having a three-way with, if you know what I mean. To preface this, it is important to know that mine and my partner's understanding of our lifestyle. We engage in three ways, mostly MFMs together. I don't know what that means, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna find out, okay? Male, female, male. Got it. Male, female, male in the three-way. Okay. I'm gonna keep Google open because I feel like there's gonna be some terms in here that I probably won't understand. We have specifically said this is an activity that we will do together, and anything apart from that would be cheating, and that we would never be with someone who cheats on their partner. Here's what happened. My partner and I were at a bar a few weeks ago with some live music. It was a good show with friends and we all had a good time. After the show ended, I went to the bathroom, and when I returned, I was happily surprised to hear the lead singer ask if my partner was single and if he could buy her a drink. She told him that she was taken, and that was the end of that. I couldn't imagine much happening since it was just a small bar venue and I was back after just a few minutes. The next day, she told me that she found his Instagram page, not hard due to his band, and I asked her if this is someone she would consider having a MFM in the future with. She said that she was interested and reached out to him to see if this would be something that he would be interested in. After messaging each other back and forth, we were happy to find out that he participates in the swinging community as well and would be very excited to join. We made plans to link up after his next show the following week. At this point, I began asking her to make a group chat so that we can all be on the same page, but she never does. This is not normal since we've always made group chats in the past. Unfortunately, I came down with a nasty cold and I was unable to go out the following weekend, so I told her to have a girls' night out and still go and enjoy the show and get to know the guy a little bit better. As the night goes on, they go from one bar to the next. I text her at 2 a.m. letting her know that I'm about to fall asleep, but to text me if she needs anything. She responds and says that they're grabbing food and she should be coming home soon. Next thing I know, she's coming home at 6 a.m. My body wouldn't even allow me to stay up overnight like that, even if I wanted it to. She said she's excited to see me, has a big smile on her face, and tells me what a great time she had. She was supposed to be getting a ride from her friend, who's a female, which is what I believe happened at this point. I was happy to see how happy she was. She told me a bit about the night, got ready for bed, and that was the end of that. This was the night that she cheated on me with him. I gathered that. Over the course of the next week, she begins talking to me about how she's starting to want to have casual one-night stands and how she never got to experience a hoe phase, as we like to call it. It really starts to bother me at this point that she has not made a group chat with us yet after repeatedly asking her to. She keeps saying that she will, but she never does. Further, we planned on meeting up during the week on Saturday, and it would start off with her going with him to the botanical gardens in our area, followed by them coming back to our place. At this point, she is asked if she could essentially just have a solo session with him before I join them in the bedroom. I feel like we're very in the know in their sexual life here. I'm feeling very uncomfortable at this point with everything going on, how there is no group chat still, and that they're going on a date without me, especially with the amount of texting they had been doing going back and forth without me. For whatever reason though, I agree that it'll be okay. Couldn't be me.
Don't like that.
Come that Saturday though, he bails on her last minute and the night never happens. That was a breath of relief for me. I told her that he missed his one chance at a solo session with her. I thought that was basically the end of it and that he just had cold feet. Over the next week, I started getting very paranoid about the night that she came home so late. I asked her more details about it, and that's when I found out that he brought her home, not her friend. Her friend had gone over to his house with her and said it was getting late and that they should leave, but my partner did not want to. This was her final opportunity to make the right decision, but she didn't. Her friend knows what happened, but did not tell me, which I am also very upset about. At this point, I basically knew that they slept together. I began asking if they fooled around at all, and she began lying to me. Then she started saying they just kissed and that she told him to stop. I know we're human, and I know if I was in that situation, I think it would have gone on a lot further. I told her I can't imagine how they couldn't have fooled around, but I'll choose to believe it for now. The next day, I was feeling sick to my stomach. I confronted her one last time and I asked her what it was like having sex with him. At this point, she burst into tears. She admitted to everything, the lying, the sneaking around, the sex, everything. I was furious. I couldn't even look at her. I went into my office to be alone and process what she had just told me. I was absolutely disgusted. How could she do this to me? I never thought she would be capable of something like this. We had literally just had the conversation about cheating or swinging without each other and that it would result in a break of trust and the relationship, and she went ahead and did it. And the fact that she wanted to sleep alone with him in my house, my bed, I wouldn't look her in the eyes for the next few hours. She couldn't stop crying and saying how stupid she was and how much she regretted her decision. I've made my fair share of mistakes in the past. I have even told her that I think the relationship should end, which was a big mistake, roughly a year ago due to shifting opinions on whether or not we want kids one day. But we were able to talk through it and figure it out. I've also made another mistake when we first got into the lifestyle roughly 2 years ago, one that I feel very guilty about, but not nearly as much anymore after what happened. The same way she told this guy that she shouldn't sleep with him, but did it anyway, and wanted to do it again, very clearly, something similar happened with us. I was particularly, I can't say the word, but frisky, in the mood one night after a night out with her and one of our other male partners in the lifestyle. At the end of the night, we did the same thing that guy did and talked her into having a three-way that night. She ended up saying yes and we had a great time, but she was very upset with me and our other partner for being pushy about it. Apparently it's okay when a complete stranger does it though. The night she confessed is almost the same night I cooled off. I do still love her. I'm even more turned on by the idea of her with him, and I've communicated that with her. It's the break of trust, feelings of exclusion and not being wanted, and the consistent lying that hurts the most. In her words, she thought that she could replicate the night that she spent with him, but then I would be included and it would make everything okay. Clearly, that didn't happen. It's been a few weeks since then. I feel much better about everything, but I still don't trust her like I used to. I'm going out of town for a week on business and I'm scared of what might happen when I'm gone. I would probably be canceling the trip. She's still a student and has several exams next week, but I don't know. We've spoken about how in this lifestyle, we are left more susceptible to mistakes and accidents in the sexual space, how tunnel vision can kick in and sex is the only thing on the mind. Similar to other hobbies that can result in injury, except this is in the realm of emotional hurt. Part of the healing has actually been her reciting in great detail exactly how the night played out, down to the exact way he touched her and she touched him, all while making love together. See, I could never. The thought alone. I see red. I can make up an imaginary scenario in my head and see red. It has become a very hot scene in the bedroom, and I do see myself being okay with broadening our lifestyle. It's a shame that it had to occur like this, though. All right. So that's the original post. We are totally going to the comment section because I have a lot of questions myself because this is not my space. Clearly. Could not be me. But to those who it's for, do what you want. Do what you gotta do, you know? First comment. I would be so done with this relationship. Sorry, dude. Trust is everything, lifestyle or vanilla. OP said, I feel like I would be throwing away the last 5 years over one, maybe several, huge mistakes on her end that took place over the course of about 3 weeks. But to your point, my trust was broken. I've never had any thought in my mind that she would be capable of something like this. She is the first person I've ever committed to in my life, which makes this even harder. Next comment. She threw the relationship away. She's trash for cheating on you with someone in the lifestyle who couldn't define ethical if it slapped him in the face and spoke for him. She then wants to hoe around. Cool, have at it. By yourself. If this was me, I would have dropped her the second I found out. I have been married for 20 plus years and I would toss my wife out too. Your lady made a lot of crap adult decisions and ruined your relationship. She lost your respect, she shattered your trust. I wouldn't stay with that. So far, people are saying that he should end the relationship. I'm curious what you guys think. Next comment. As someone who didn't have a hoe phase myself, I would never want to do this. My husband is first and foremost my number one priority, and I want to share experiences with him, not exclude him for my own benefit. We have talked a lot about what we define as cheating in our relationship, and I am 100% on board with all of his boundaries as he is with mine. Like I said, he comes first, and honestly, no D, will ever be better than the life we have created together. End of. OP responded to that and said, something I said to her was, quote, was the 10 minutes with him worth losing everything? Was it worth losing my everything too? She was left sobbing to no end. It hurt to see her like that, but I just told her to let it sink in. She has taken full responsibility for what happened, and I know she hasn't even begun to forgive herself for what she did. That said, I'm going to have to give it some time to see if we can salvage this. None of us are perfect, but there are some lines that should never be crossed. She can't take back what she did. I have never dabbled in this kind of lifestyle, but I can only imagine that with that comes a lot of trust, communication, and boundaries. I feel like that's the only way that it would actually work out. Next comment. Personally, I would have a hard time trusting her. Anytime she goes out with friends or lingers too long whenever she's out, I would always be questioning why she's late or what she's doing. If you go away with your friends, what is she doing with her idle time while you're away? In my mind, at the very least, y'all shouldn't be swinging, so why add the temptation? He said, I don't know how to rebuild the trust without being over controlling. At that moment, I told her no more girls' nights out. Delete your Instagram account. I have full access to your phone. I need to always know where you are and who you are with. Now, see, that just creates a miserable relationship because there's no trust there. Ugh, no thanks. Been there. Not again. Next comment. You have every right to be that person, but believe me, it won't last forever if she works to earn your trust back. Little by little, you will loosen up and start to slowly trust her. It's a part of earning that back. She needs to show you that she can be trusted again. If she's willing to do what you ask and does it, then there's hope. Trust can be broken so easily, but rebuilding takes time. Time that simply can't be measured or predicted. An ENM, friendly couples therapist, can help if you really want to continue. Again, ENM, no idea. Ethical non-monogamy. Got it. Learning things. OP responded to that and said, we have both agreed to therapy during her spring break coming up. We have a reliable therapist to talk with that knows about her depression. She has been with her therapist for years, and also about our lifestyle. We both feel safe and heard in that room. Something I realized that this post doesn't give context to the other 99.9% of our relationship. She is incredible towards me. I really feel like this was just a terrible series of self-destructive decisions on her end due to all that she is struggling with at the moment. After a few sessions, I think I'll continue to develop my understanding and be able to rationally decide what's best. I think it's actually really cool that they have very specific therapists for that lifestyle. I'm shocked. We do have an update, so don't you fear, but all aboard! It's hydration station time. Drink your water. I am, and you need it. I don't make the rules. You keep saying I do. Cheers. Wow, my cups really match the background with all the plaid on them. Love that. I am on my big scrunchie game right now. I feel like I'm just gonna wear my hair in a slick back, which is probably not great, all the time because I keep finding these oversized scrunchies and I think they're so fun. Dollarama. Update, this girl has not put her new mushroom friend down since we gave it to her. If you know, you know. If you watched the new vlog on the new channel, you were there when we gave this to her. She has not put it down, you guys. She loves her new mushroom friend. And she can't rip off any limbs. Yes. All right, so the update came 7 months later, a whopping 7 months. I really was hoping I could salvage it. I've been doing what I can to move on, but I haven't been able to. I don't think she has been putting in the necessary effort on her end either. Between her depression and what she did, I feel like I've been carrying this relationship for the two of us. I don't think she is capable of being in a relationship, let alone putting in the work that needs to be done to repair this one. At least I can tell myself I tried. As hard as anyone could ask, really. Our 6-year anniversary was this past summer. I can't even remember what we did. I'm currently on a business trip and I have not gotten an ounce of sleep tonight. It is 6:15 a.m. at the moment, and all I've been thinking about is how this isn't working. I guess it gave me the physical distance I needed to come to this conclusion. I have thought about ending things now and then, but I wasn't ready, or I just didn't believe it. I thought that there was something that I could still do, but I've been trying to swim upstream for too long now without any help. I can't keep carrying all of this weight. I do want to make note of something though. I think this relationship was already on its way out. Interesting. This event just brought about its downfall sooner, which in a way, I'm thankful for it. It wasn't the lifestyle that caused this to happen. Her and I started dating in our young 20s, and we have been growing a lot together over time. For a while, I thought we were incredibly compatible, but honestly, it was in all the wrong ways. We make good roommates, not partners. She isn't the person I met back when I was still in college, and neither am I. With that said, I think we've grown apart, and it brought out a lot of ugliness along the way. A thought I struggled with for a long time is thinking that this other guy completely flipped my world upside down. As if he somehow caused this to happen, but in reality, I should thank him. He helped me realize that this relationship was not meant to last a lot sooner than I would have on my own. I was blind to the signs and I needed a wake-up call. Another thought I struggled with is how much love, time, and attention I have invested in this relationship. It was my first true relationship that I've ever had, and I always wanted it to be the one. Someone called me out in the last post on sunk cost fallacy. Damn, you were right. All right, so that is the irrational tendency to continue a failing endeavor, whether it's a business project, a bad relationship, or even a boring movie, simply because you have already invested time, money, or effort into it. Okie dokie. With all that being said, I'm worried about what she'll do when I break things off. I don't hate her. I still care for her. With her depression and self-harm tendencies, I think this could push her over the edge. We live together in my house. Her whole world will be tossed upside down. She is still in school, no job. I'm not sure what she'll do or where she'll go. Maybe to her parents' house, although they haven't always been the most supportive. I have felt like the bad guy for so long these past few months, as if everything wrong with this relationship was somehow the result of me as a person. If she goes as far to, I don't know what I would do with myself. I really appreciate the support you all gave me in my last post. Although I didn't want to believe what most of you said, I really do believe you were right in the end. I hope I'm strong enough to go through with this. I hope she finds happiness someday. I hope I'm okay with it if she finds it sooner than I do. Man, you know what? I feel like a lot of times when in breakups, when you break up, you look back and reflect and you're like, that was just the tipping point. There were so many other problems outside of that, and that's just what, tipped the cup over the edge. Not all the time, but oftentimes. We're going to the comments section because apparently he gave another mini update in one of the comments, and we'll get a little more info. Someone said, the thing that sucks about this, in addition to the betrayal, is that you were about to start exploring your non-monogamy interests, and she also messed that up for you. You didn't mention how old you guys are, but trust me when I say there is life after. I ended a nearly 30-year marriage, and on the other side, it was 100% the right thing. Don't wait until you are older to realize your worth. I don't know how many years I have left, but I'm going out with hair on fire, living a life I could only have dreamed of before the divorce. Well, isn't that inspiring? OP said, I really appreciate that. I've been so scared of the unknown. Luckily, we aren't married, no kids, the house is in my name, nothing is tying us down together. I'm ready to start focusing on myself again. And then he responded to a question with a mini update. So let's find out what happened. He said, We have been split since October of last year and we haven't gotten back together. He did it. We talk here and there. We get dinner together now and again, and we've both still got a lot of work to do if we are going to come back to each other. I wish it worked out for you. That is one of the areas I'm hesitant with rekindling my relationship, to be honest. It's happening again that I want to, but my bigger fear is not having the chance to try once we are at a point where we are both ready. Oh, so y'all are gonna get back together. You broke up, haven't gotten back together, but you're hanging out, you're going for dinner. I think y'all are gonna get back together. Just my opinion. We don't have an update though, so I guess we'll never know. I will link the story though. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Stay classy out there, stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.